time to stand up. It's time to get back to work, Alberta.
Absolutely.
It's time to defend our rights and stand up for our small business owners.
Hi everyone, I'm Misty Wynn. I'm sitting here with Bree, owner and operator of Lux Beauty Vault here in Calgary, and she's written this really awesome letter to the government, and we're just going to talk about some of your experience being shut down here in Calgary as other major corporations and malls continue to thrive and sell.
Thank you so much for having me, and
Thank you for being here.
this is weighing heavy on my heart. Like, I don't even know where to start. Off the bat, I kind of want to start crying because the impact that this is having, not only just on myself, but everybody else in the industry, in any small business. I mean, estheticians, the gyms, restaurants, you name it. We are all being targeted so hard right now, and it is so unfair.
And these are some of the most cleanest places that I've ever been into. Some hair salons with all of their, proper MSDS sheets, as you were telling me before we were all set up, and restaurants and bars with proper barriers in between people.
It's just, we all have these extra miles and these extra things that we've gone above and beyond to do to keep our clients and ourselves safe and to keep our businesses open.
Yes.
Like, I have a whole operating procedure where I go through start to finish the morning of my day. I wipe down all my high touch areas. I use a special chemical cleaning sanitization system that's used in the hospital.
Right.
I limit the amount of clients that I have in. And these are the extra steps that we're taking, and that's just a few of them. That's not even all of them. In order to keep our doors open, we are the most sterile environments you could be in.
Far more sterile than the mall.
Oh, far more
On
sterile
Boxing
than
Day.
the mall. Like, hairdressers and some of these trades take bloodborne pathogen courses.
Yep.
Like, we are licensed by AHS and inspected to be open,
Absolutely.
deeming us sanitary. They've already closed down the waiting room. I'm already not allowed to have people come in and browse retail items, which I
Right.
have a bunch of amazing local vendors that are local to Calgary.
Yeah, I've seen your beautiful art in the hallway, and
It's amazing.
by local artists. So businesses supporting other local, entrepreneurs.
We stimulate the local economy. Local is where it's at. But we're taking all these extra guidelines, and the mall can be packed.
It's absolute hypocrisy. I 100% agree with you. So you sent me a letter that you had written, and you've now printed it out, and I believe you're sending it to...
I'm going to be posting it after we're done tonight. I just kind of wanted to go out with a bang. It's time that we stand up. It's time that we stand up for our small business owners. This is my livelihood. This is my family. This is the way I pay my bills and keep our bellies full. So
Right.
I'm going to be posting that tonight, and I'm going to be sending it to our local government and just
Absolutely.
addressing our premier, the prime minister,
Dr. Hinshaw?
Dr. Hinshaw, the Minister of Health. It's just unfair. I'm so grateful for them making an exception for massage therapy. And
Oh my goodness, me too. As I had a pinched nerve this week.
Oh my
I couldn't
goodness.
imagine dealing with this pinched nerve without having some of my health practitioners able to be open.
I was so excited. I was like, okay, perfect. Please don't take that away because
And that was because massage therapists all came together and they rallied against the government because the government was trying to shut them down.
and look what happened. That's exactly why I'm here right now. Is
Beauty practitioners should rally together
we need
together
to stand up
as well.
We need to stand up.
Absolutely. Let's have you read your very well written letter. I'm so proud of you for writing this letter. When you sent it to me yesterday, I was just beaming with joy. I was so elated. So let's go ahead and have you read this.
Perfect. Yeah, I came home and I wrote this after driving past Chinook and seeing the amount of cars and police that were outside of it, and then coming home and seeing on TikTok, because the news would never show us this.
No.
Global news is never going to tell you or show you how many
How many tens of thousands of people are rubbing elbows together
In a
while they're
mall.
breathing in their masks, touching their masks, and then touching all of the stuff that we're also shopping for.
So this is very emotion filled, and this is exactly how I feel. And I hope if anything comes from this, it makes other small business owners and my fellow estheticians, hairdressers, restaurant owners, gym owners. I'm talking to you guys.
Yep.
Like,
Bar owners, restaurant owners, gym owners, estheticians,
Everybody.
hair salons, and I mean everybody else who was shut down in the first lockdown, which,
every small business has been affected.
we didn't flatten the curve in 3 months, but yet we were all still locked down.
Right? And here we are a year later.
Yeah.
So, my name is Bree. I'm a small business owner in Calgary. I was born and raised in this beautiful province, and I want to share with you how the latest closure of our businesses is mentally, financially, and physically impacting my health and my family's well-being. Those of us in the beauty and aesthetic industry know just how hard we have worked to be able to be open. We have gone above and beyond to adhere to the guidelines that we were given back in May. Many of us were finally catching up after months of closure. We were finally entering the busiest month of the year. December was set to be an amazing month. My studio was fully booked, and that was to only allowing 3 clients a day. So we could
Adhering to guidelines
and still fully booked, which was so amazing. I can't even tell you. So there was some hope in sight for making it through this year financially. Reminisce with me. If you recall, the Honorable Jason Kenney, just 3 weeks ago, was commending those in the beauty industry as there were 0 numbers of transmission related in our industry. This was huge. Our industry has worked so hard, guys, to keep our clients, our customers, our guests, and of course our staff safe and our doors open.
Yes.
We have made sacrifices and adjustments from limiting the number of clients seen in a day to adding extra time in between clients to ensure that we're able to do a full sanitization and sterilization of all the areas, all of our instruments, everything that was touched or possibly could have been touched by the client or the customer. We are trained to keep our studios and salons clean and sanitary.
Yes.
We're taught this in school. We pass health inspections. Keeping our space sterile is nothing new to us.
Right.
Nothing new at all. When they first implemented all the sanitization, I was like, shouldn't have all these businesses been doing this in the first place?
Right.
Like, this is just, I was like, oh, I guess I don't really need to change much because I already have this implemented.
Yes.
But I was wrong. We were going to end this year in worse shape than we could imagine. Merry Christmas to all the small business owners. On December 13th, we were all kicked to the sides once again.
Right.
A complete slap to the face. We were told to close our doors for a minimum of 4 weeks. How? We were just being praised for our hard work on keeping our industry safe. Jason Kenney was just commending us on the amount of time and effort and preparation our industry went in to keep our doors open.
Yes.
How is this happening? I own a beautiful salon.
Absolutely, you do.
Thank you. This was my dream. It's my full-time career. It's how I put a roof over my family's head.
Yeah.
It's how I feed my child.
Yeah.
It's how I sustain our life. This is my passion and what I've invested my blood, sweat, and tears in. Investing my savings in a dream and having a successful business like many. We pay taxes, we pay wages, we contribute to the economy, we stimulate the local economy.
Yep.
Again, I just want to know how my business is not essential. My business allows me to pay my mortgage. It allows me to feed my family, and it allows me to provide for my family and sustain our life. How is that not essential? Some of our province's smaller businesses, like myself, do not qualify for the financial help from the province. Regardless if we are fully licensed, GST registered, we don't qualify for help. I, like many, am left completely heartbroken, mentally drained, and financially depleted from trying to carry the expenses on no income. I'm left wondering what's next. Should I consider selling any personal assets to keep my business afloat and just pray that we make it through this lockdown and we're able to reopen after 4 weeks? Maybe I should just close down my business and claim bankruptcy because that's the severity of the impact these mandatory restrictions are having on local businesses. This is something I know that I'm not alone in. Do you understand how mentally depressing it is to watch something you've worked hard for crumble in front of your eyes, leaving your family to be struggling to get by? Do you understand what it's like to have your business rights stripped from you with threats of being fined or having your business license revoked for being open? Because I do. Since I have nothing to do with my business, I'm not allowed to work, and I've been told to go and look for a job by our local government in order to claim the CRB benefit. Because my business is so non-essential. I've had so much time to do thinking and just researching. So while I was out looking, I was looking at businesses that were allowed to remain open because those are the only places that I'd be allowed to work.
Right.
Okay, so
And they're full.
they're full, you know. I went to the mall.
Are they under proper capacity?
No.
I don't think so.
Only like a few, maybe 1 of every 10 stores that I actually go into is actually lining people up, and I appreciate that because if we're all going to be like playing in this field, then we can all play the same way.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair at all.
Right.
The malls and grocery stores. The grocery store, I can understand it being busy. We still need to eat. You know, our nutrition is very important to us. But the mall, insane. Cross Iron, Chinook, insane. I can't even, like the footage that I have from my own personal camera of like how busy it was made me sick. I left the mall in tears.
I left the mall yelling at people.
I'm so upset because I wanted to see just how busy it was for myself. Since, my fully licensed, city approved, AHS approved business is sitting closed, the lights are off, regardless of it being booked one-on-one.
One-on-one and sterilized in between.
Completely adhering to the capacity restrictions, actually under, because it's one-on-one.
Right.
It's even under that. What I've witnessed is heartbreaking. For me as a small business owner, it really rattles me to my core with every bit of anger and sadness. How is it fair that the mall can be packed with people and big ticket retailers packed, not even following the capacity restrictions? The days leading up to Christmas and Boxing Day, again,
Insane.
These businesses are thriving. My doors are closed. I'm not bringing in any income at all, minus some type of retail, which I made $700 in all of December. $700. That's not even enough to pay the lease for my studio. So now it's coming out of my own pocket. The days leading up to Boxing Day, to Christmas, these businesses are thriving. How is it safe for them to be open, but not us? The personal service, wellness industry, restaurants, gym owners, every small business you love, we're holding on by a string. We're not going to last much longer if we don't stand up. I refuse to sit down and allow this to happen. I refuse to be bullied to close.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to follow this unfair and biased closure. I refuse for our local government to discriminate against small businesses. It's time to stand up. It's time to get back to work, Alberta.
Absolutely.
It's time to defend our rights and stand up for our small business owners. We need you more than ever.
And that's exactly it. It's if we all stand up together and we're all having these same experiences where we're going above and beyond, where we're not putting out case numbers at all whatsoever. Where are these case numbers coming from? Why do we have numbers, but we don't have areas that these are coming from places that they are coming from? Where are those reports? Because they're not coming from small businesses and small salons and small beauty industry.
I want to see the data.
Was there any gym?
I don't think so.
I don't think there was any
so. And
gym.
Besides that, going to the gym helps your mental health and sustains your body. We need to be healthy. We need to be exercising. Taking this stuff away from us is only making this worse.
Taking things that lower cortisol levels in your body and raise endorphin levels in your body is creating greater immune in the community. Mm-hmm. And if we lower immunity by raising the cortisol and making everybody stressed and fearful and not able to pay their bills, so extra stressed, not able to feed their family, so extra stressed, not even taking in the correct nutrition to sustain proper immunity, we're literally going to bump up case numbers more.
And we need to take all of these things into consideration. We need to be able to have the freedom to have our own choice.
I 100% agree.
I think that we need to have our own choice when it comes to taking risks. If I want to go to Misty's salon and get my hair done without wearing a mask, that's on me to take that risk.
You're more than welcome, and I accept any and all mask exemptions, including living, breathing human beings wanting to breathe unobstructed oxygen in order to keep their immunity high.
I do too. You know what? Your exemption is valid in my business.
100%.
We're not going to turn you away. I'm not going to make you fight me to come in the door. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to have self-care. You deserve to relax, to be pampered, to breathe air and be human. Mm-hmm. You deserve to exercise your rights. And my business is totally welcoming anybody with exemptions. We value each and every customer, regardless of your choice.
And take the precautions to keep everybody safe, regardless as to whether they're wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, whatever they're doing.
I honestly, before they closed us down, I was taking my high-risk clients on a certain day of the week.
Right.
And then I would have my days off, and then I would ensure that I had extra time to do a complete sanitization on top of what I already do daily, weekly and monthly, to just ensure that extra safe barrier for my high-risk clients, because I do have women that are in their 70s. I do have pregnant moms. Right. I do have people that are vulnerable population to this.
Yes.
So going above and beyond, we should have the right to make these choices.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
I 100% agree with you, and I applaud your ability to stand up, to write a letter to our government, to speak out on behalf of many, many other beauty industry professionals like myself. And you know what, Bree, it's just, we need more of you.
I'm really hoping that, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day.
Absolutely.
This woman is truly amazing, and you need to follow her. You need to
I'm just here to tell all of you guys a story. So go ahead and reach out to me. And if you have a story to tell, if you have an impact to share that this has been, I really truly believe that we need to humanize this virus, because all of the numbers flashing across the screen on the newscast are just not cutting it. You need to know how actual people are dealing with actual circumstances, going above and beyond, and still having their legs swiped out from underneath them in a completely unfair, unjust manner, while other places are, you know, absolutely massively busy and thriving.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It.
Hugs are always welcome.
Absolutely.
Hugs are good for your health.
Hugs are good for immunity. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank
Really appreciate
you.
it.
I appreciate it too.
All right. Take care, guys.